Speaking to Root News, the UKIP MEP argued disagreements between the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary will not undermine the UK's position in the Brexit negotiations. However, Mr Gill claimed it will make more and more obvious a deal will not be reached by October, pushing the UK towards a no-deal scenario. He said, "What we have to do with the customs union is starting to show the cracks in the cabinet. And the reality amongst Brexiteers is that we're very fearful of any kind of a customs union, whether you call it a partnership or not. If it quacks and it waddles, it's a duck, basically." Root, get a Brexit news. British MEP warns split cabinet will lead to a hard Brexit, so let's call it what it is. It is just keeping us in the customs union. That's not what we want, and Boris Johnson was a key Brexiteer, and I think what we've seen here is his frustration or his fears, that actually he has spoken out against it. It's going against what you'd normally expect from a cabinet where they all keep unified. And it shows you just how frustrated he is with this proposal. I don't think it undermines the UK position in the negotiations because, let's face it, Michel Barnier and everybody else here in Brussels, they already know that the cabinet is at loggerheads about many of the facets of the Brexit negotiations. Let's just go to toe. That would solve all of the problems that all of these negotiations are bringing up. Nathan Gill, he added. We're on a train track hurtling right towards no deal. I mean, let's face it. October, maximum November, is when all of this must be agreed because it has to be ratified by the UK Parliament and the European Parliament and several parliaments around Europe as well. So, if it isn't agreed here through the negotiators, then really the only alternative is to go to the no-deal scenario. And let's just go to toe. That would solve all of the problems that all of these negotiations are bringing up. Mr Gill's comments come as Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt warned Boris Johnson that fueling division within cabinet could undermine the government's Brexit strategy during the negotiations with the European Union about the future trade relationship with the bloc. Speaking to the BBC Radio 4's Today programme, Mr Hunt said, "I do think that it's important to have these debates in private, not just because of collective responsibility, which is what democracy depends on, but also because this is a negotiation. On the EU side, if they see division in the open, then they will exploit that." Mr Johnson branded as crazy Theresa May's plan to form a customs partnership with the EU, which would see Britain collect duties on behalf of Brussels on goods passing through the UK.